Hi guys and welcome to another Icon Moments review. Today guys we're going to be reviewing the 92 rated Patrick Vieira. Absolutely insane. This might be one of the kind of last Icon reviews, Icon Moment reviews that I do for the next few days. I kind of maybe might be able to get like a couple out more on Van der Sar and Perla, but I have to see if I have like enough highlights to kind of do like a full player review on them. But Vieira that I used today, and all of a sudden when I was going into a couple drafts later on today, they weren't picking out Icon Moment cards. Icons are still coming out, but Icon Moment cards aren't, so I'm guessing EA had kind of nerfed the draft a little bit. But maybe when Icon Batch 2 comes out on Saturday or whatever, they'll re-release a lot of the Moments cards into the draft, so we can go and review like a lot more of them. But yeah, I mean, I've been really enjoying them. Vieira, I mean, even after packing that Prime Pele, I can't sell him. I don't really want to sell him. I'm happy to be able to keep him. Even like a Moments Vieira is still well out of my price range, but he's absolutely insane. I actually have his baby card in the club, and it's still a pretty decent card, so I was really excited to be able to try this card. And don't get me wrong, he is very good. But I was expecting to notice, because I've used the 86 card now for quite a while, since like Christmas time or something like that, when I got him in in one of the Icon packs. And I was expecting to see a massive difference. And obviously, you got to kind of bear in mind, I'm only using Vieira in not really maybe his best position. It wasn't the best formation that I was using him in. And that does come a bit of a problem, obviously, sometimes in the draft. Maybe I didn't have like the best cam style applied onto him, because, of course, you don't choose what cam style that you pick in the draft. So maybe those kind of played a bit of a factor, but don't get me wrong, he's still really good. It just wasn't a bigger increase in difference, considering I've been using the baby cards, and this is a Moments card. This is like the best Patrick Vieira that you can get. I was expecting a bit of a bigger like gap between the two cards. It just goes to show that any Vieira still in this game is still really cool, and that baby Vieira is a card that I will not be getting rid of anytime soon. He'll be 100% staying in the team. But there are still some fantastic parts to him. You know, his long-range shooting is very nice. You know, his shot power, long shots from distance are obviously very good. His defensive stats, tackling, physicality is brilliant. He does kind of just boss that midfield part. You know, he has got that physique, which is just, you know, which just suits him to be such an excellent midfielder. Whether you want to use him as, you know, a CDM, I could understand that. Whether you want to use him as just, he can work as a box-to-box midfielder, this card, because he does have the shooting stats that maybe some of the other Vieira cards don't quite have. I think that's maybe where this card does excel a little bit better, is that compared to the other Vieira cards, you can maybe notice a slight difference. Now, he is a little bit better on the attack because of the better, you know, shooting stats that he's got and the better dribbling. But when it comes to defending, you couldn't notice the difference between this Moments card and the 86, like, genuinely. Or personally, I couldn't when using him anyway. But yeah, you know, his passing, again, very nice. 92 for both short passing, long passing, 90 vision. That's obviously very good. He got me 1 goal and 1 assist in, I think it was 3 matches, ended up playing with him in the draft. Getting knocked out in the semis. Not a bad run, I suppose, on the whole. So yeah, he's a great card. I don't exactly remember what his price is on the market. I want to say maybe like a couple mil or something. It's very expensive. In all honesty, I still would argue a lower rated version of Vieira. If you're thinking of maybe upgrading, if you got like the, you know, the base, the mid, the prime, I'd probably just stick with those versions of Vieira. I mean, obviously this one's got the dynamic him, which is obviously really cool, but there's no real reason to go and have to force yourself to upgrade to the Moments cards. Don't get me wrong, he is still a very good player, and probably has, compared to his other cards, the edge on them in terms of the attack, but defensive-wise, I genuinely couldn't notice the difference between a base Vieira and a Moments Vieira. So in that sense, yes, he's still an absolutely insane player. He still dominates that midfield. He's still fantastic. But obviously, I expected a little bit more. I expected this card to be absolutely broken, and didn't quite get that. So yes, maybe I set my expectations too high with this card. I feel like compared to previous years, and don't get me wrong, Vieira 86 is still fantastic, and any version of Vieira is fantastic. But I feel like compared to previous years, he's been more overpowered in previous years compared to this year, I want to say. I think I've seen a few other people kind of tweet out about that recently on Twitter as well. So, listen, don't let me put you off buying this card, you know, if like an Arsenal fan or whatever, but at the same time, if you're thinking about maybe trying to save some more coins, going with another version of Vieira, even like, you know, his mid or his base, you still got a really good card that can work as a good central defensive midfielder. And even with the right camera style, can still be a half-decent box-to-box midfielder as well. But anyway, guys, that will finish off this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.